Good morning, this is Jerry Renz with Renz & Hanisch Certified Public Accountants in Larchwood, Iowa. Today is Monday, April 6, 2020, and I'll give you a little synopsis on the Paycheck Protection Plan and if that's potentially proper for you. I'd recommend that you do watch my first video regarding the Economic Injury Disaster Loan. Perhaps that might be the program that would be the simplest and result in potentially the most benefit to you. Again, that would probably be if your total wages and earned income is less than $50,000. That's probably the first route. But if you do not qualify that as a farm production entity or self-employed Schedule F farmer, then the Paycheck Protection Plan could be the route for you. Now, this loan is, again, this is a loan. You might have to pay it back, but the amount of the loan is based off of, in most cases, your 2019 income. So if your income was $96,000, if your wages paid and self-employed income was $96,000, we would divide that by 12. It comes out to an average of $8,000 per month times 2.5 months for a total of $20,000. That would in essence be your maximum loan amount, and that would also equate out to the amount that could potentially be forgiven. The forgiveness is then based off of an 8-week period beginning on the date that you apply for the loan. So for example, if you were to apply for the loan on today's date, April 6th, the covered period would include 8 weeks ceasing on Monday, June 1st. That would be the end of the 8-week period. And during that 8-week period, you have to maintain your payroll compared to a previous period. IRS has a couple of different periods that we can look at. And then to base that off of your payroll expense has to be at least 75% of the loan amount. And the remaining 25% during this 8-week period could be utilized for paying required rent payments, mortgage interest payments, not the principal itself, but only the interest on the loans, and any qualifying utilities. So that could potentially, if you were to receive that $20,000 loan, potentially all of that $20,000 could be forgiven, and it would also be tax-free income. Now let's say that your wages decrease, or that you didn't pay as much in wages or didn't have quite as much expense, and you only spent $15,000, you would be required to repay the difference of $5,000 over the course of the next 2 years. That amount would then be subject to an interest rate of 1%, and the loan payment would commence 6 months after the original loan, and there would be another 1.5 years to repay that loan. So in essence, from the date that you apply for the loan, you'd have to repay, either have the loan forgiven or to repay the loan within the next 2 years. Again, this would be a program for you that, yes, if your wages are more than $50,000, or if you're a Schedule F or farm corporation, farm partnership, this might be the route to take. There are a few caveats. If you did do this, you are not eligible for the employer retention tax credit or the payroll tax deferral. So, I mean, if you do have any questions before you file, we do recommend that you contact us. We do have spreadsheets available to assist in determining what your potential loan and forgiveness amount could be. So please give us a call here at Renz & Hanisch, 712-477-2383, and we'd be happy to discuss it with you. Thank you.